Mercedes has launched their second hybrid in the market. It's the AMG C63 SE, and to talk more about it and other things associated with the luxury market, I have Mr. Santosh Iyer.
Thanks, Mugdha, for joining us.
Santosh, it's always a pleasure talking to you. The first question I have that, this is a car which combines the battery power with motor, the hybrid system. It gives a lot of performance, but is there a market for such a performance-oriented vehicle?
Firstly, our AMG customers want performance. That's the DNA of the brand. We always say that we race on Sunday, sell on Monday. That's how AMG was built in Affalterbach many years back. That's the founding principle of the brand. So our customer base are enthusiasts. They either drive on weekends, Saturday, Sunday, early mornings, or they even book a racetrack and take the cars there with their friends and they enjoy the track experience. So surely there is a market to start with. Coming to electrification, there was a period of time with V8s, V12s, then came the turbo world, that now the car is turbocharged, super turbocharged. But now with electrification, and this is where Formula One helps a lot, because in Formula One with all the guidelines, you have to reduce the cylinders, reduce weight, add more performance with electric. So that combination we mastered a lot with Formula One, and the engineers at Brixworth along with Affalterbach, they worked on this car to really put the Formula One technology on a street legal car, which combines best of all worlds. And that's why the electrification of combustion. So this is also a symbol of how automotive industry is moving and transforming towards electrification journey.
The performance segment.
And more so in the performance segment,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, you already have one product, the GT, which is hybrid. So how has the response been to that?
See, the AMG GT is again a very performance track car as such. But it's not a car which you can also take it to your office for work and enjoy, because it's a much more fully track oriented car. The C63 is a different league. This is purely enthusiast for the heart and you enjoy, but on the other side, you can also take your kids around on a weekend drive to, say, Jaipur, we are in Delhi now, or maybe to a Mahabaleshwar, because this car is able to manage both worlds, and that's what fundamentally differentiates the GT pure track to a C63 and these variants which we have to offer to the market. But yes, both of them, the DNA is electrified combustion engines, getting peak power out of battery. And these are performance batteries, these are normal batteries, because they need to store a lot of power and get ready for fast discharge, because you need power on demand when you want to just get that corner and get past your other guy who is driving some other brand maybe, or some other car.
Just the way you're talking, I'm feeling very tempted to drive it.
Yeah, sure, we are offering this on the racetrack.
Yes.
So that, and the boost circuit is mapped on our AMG track pace.
Okay.
So that also optimizes boost. That's a function that we have given in the car. You can strategize whether you want to use that in the last lap, in between, how do you want to start. So all of that, so slowly but surely get into the racing mode in the real sense.
All right. Now, in the market, how are the performance market developing? I know you have launched a slew of vehicles with the AMG brand. I think a very wide portfolio in the Indian market, maybe the widest amongst the competitors. So, how is the performance segment developing?
See, when you look at top-end vehicle segment, we have AMG, which is a performance luxury. Then we have got G, which is the adventurous luxury, and we have Maybach, which we say sophisticated luxury. So luxury in three connotations. But on the other side, the customer profile is very similar. I have customers who own Maybach, AMG, and G all, and maybe multiple variants of each one of them as well, because they are in that ultra-rich households and they use multiple cars. So for me, the target group is similar, but for the performance car, as I said, this is a car where you want it on the early Sunday morning at 4 AM to go out and enjoy yourself or with your friends, or to take it on the track and get the bragging rights that I have the world's most powerful 4-cylinder car, which can really clip even a car with a higher displacement, for example. So, and that's what technology brings into the car. They know the car. So here I think what we grapple is sometimes our sales guys don't know as much as the customer on the other side. They know what they're getting into, they have already done their research, and that's why this car is not available off shelf, because they want their color of choice, they want the manufacturer, they want the customization. So we have opened the bookings today. I'm sure we will have our customer base who will configure, get the car ready, and we deliver them in Q2 of next year. So it's
so
a very
that-
different strategy compared to the normal cars that we launch.
So there's a gap because you want the customer to be able to
His
customize.
individualized, personalized C63 AMG performance and no other car will be the same in India.
That reminds me that you also have this retail of the future concept where the interaction, the first interaction of the customer becomes a lot more online. And so how has that worked out for you till now?
So incidentally, we are also celebrating 3 years of retail of the future. Today, we have sold 50,000 cars, Mercedes-Benz cars into this format. 40,000 crores worth of inventory has been sold under this format. It gives a lot of confidence. It's also now picked up in Germany, Australia, many markets. So that shows it's a very successful model. Coming to India, the traditional auto retailing model is based on discounts. It's based on stock push. Whatever the dealer has, he will push. Whereas in our model, the price being standard, there are discounts, but it's a standard price. So customer doesn't need to bargain. The dealer has to then focus on selling the car and not the discount or the stock. And the stock is transparent. With this, the residual value of our cars have gone up by 5 to 10%. So if you compare, we have the highest residual value across segments, across portfolio in the luxury car market. That's a very big plus. Apart from this, the dealers are able to focus on customer experience and the omni-channel retail. Their question was about online sales, because here, why will a customer buy online when the car is cheaper offline? But that problem we have solved with one pricing, uniform pricing, and therefore they come in, they shop online, they come to the dealership, they may experience the car or they may get the car to their home, but they book online and they take delivery offline. So the world is not about online versus offline, it's about omni-channel, and I think we are the only brand to be able to offer that experience because our prices are standard, our stock is transparent. Whatever, if there is a car standing in Bangalore and a customer in Delhi can easily get the same car at our cost back here, and most importantly is transparent, no handling charges, no hidden charges. So on one side, brands or dealers tend to mark up with handling fees and then give discounts. We have a very transparent, no hassle free pricing, and more importantly our dealer partners, a lot of them, the traditional model focuses on money to be made out of customer service. Sales partners don't make money. And this also affects customer experience. In our model, dealers are able to make smaller margins in sales, so their dependency on service to make money is not as much, which helps them to de-risk and focus on customer experience. So I think if you come from different angles, dealer angle, customer angle, even our angle, I think it's a great step into the future. It's also a case study in some management books now. So I think we are quite happy and proud of the achievements that we have had with this.
But do you have any data about how has it impacted dealer profitability? Can you share some numbers with that?
For sure, pre-COVID, I would say in a normal market, most of our dealer ROS, we call it return on sales, was break even or even below. And overall, they were profitable because of customer service business, because we have a car park of 150,000 cars in India and they were servicing those cars. But that's not a sustainable model. Today, all our partners are profitable. This year, we have transformed 40 outlets, 150 crores of invest done by our dealers. Next 12 to 18 months, more than 100 outlets will be transformed to this new retail of the luxury format. I think these investments are all coming because they are profitable and they are able to ensure that they are able to compete in the market as well and be profitable. Whereas if you look at a narrative just 3 months back, the narrative was about stocks, about rising inventory. Even the FADA as such was representing about how inventory should come down. But our dealers never had this issue because we never have stocks at dealers. So I think that's a fundamental change. This year was a proof of concept because one can argue that after COVID there was demand. But this year I think we have grown the market, we have grown ourselves. Even in the last quarter we grew by 21% in a market which was really flat. I think that speaks volumes about the model, about our dealer partners, and of course the fantastic products that we have.
And what about the festive season? Because we are talking after the festive season, the peak of festive season. How has that been for you?
For us, this has been the best ever Diwali again. A great festive season. Of course, it sets it up for the year. Unfortunately, we didn't have many E-classes. We just launched the car. We have a lot of customers waiting for the new E-class. We will be getting the E450 out this month. That's a big one. And I'm sure, again, we have a lot of customers waiting. So I think the next 2 months should also be good with more availability of E-class. But in general, top end continues to do great, core segment as well. In entry segment, we can see a lot of competitive pressure as well, a lot of discounting happening. We won't participate, that's for clear. We don't want to lose the residual values there. And also it's a fact that, you know, we resisted price hike because of this market uncertainty. But at some point, you know, the logistic costs have gone up. The ships take 2 weeks more. It has to now not come via the Red Sea.
Yeah.
So costs going up, prices will go up on these cars in the short term. Forex also is a headwind. So that we have to again observe. Once the pricing goes up of these cars in the next couple of months, how will the demand be and what will be the impact? But we have no other option, but we need to now start passing on the pricing impact to the market.
And what is the quantum of price increase that we are looking at?
Not yet decided. I think we will in the next couple of weeks for sure decide, but we will have to pass, not entirely, because we have to also be aware of the market, you know, sentiments there. But as I said, there is not enough option. We had to do this in June, but we actually postponed, and we are trying to see we can somehow end the year, but we will have to go with a major increase in the coming months.
You know, now that the festive season is over, you have a clearer picture of how the year is going to be. But as you have spoken about supply side headwinds, there are also some demand side headwinds, considering the stock market is a little bit of a slowdown. It's not correcting too much, but there's some bit of correction which impacts sentiments. So what are your expectations for growth and demand going ahead from here?
See, if I look at GST collections all-time high, income tax collections all-time high, you can see number of taxpayers more than 1 crore going leap and bounds. Of course, stock market is always cyclic, but I think we are still at one of the highest level of stock market. I still read 25,000 crore of SIPs flowing into the stock market. People are still investing, so the consumer demand is still positive. More so for luxury products as well, and also more so for Mercedes-Benz. But you cannot predict so much into the future, because I think geopolitically a lot of things are changing. And that's something also we cannot be insulated from the world. So we can find some of these headwinds also making its way to India. But I think we are well equipped. We have a great team, a great factory in Pune to take care of the fluctuations. We have a large product portfolio. And then, yeah, we keep working on the market. But in general, we are optimistic. We still have around 2,000 orders as a customer order bank with us. So, and then let's see how the market behaves in the next couple of months and years.
And what about your EV portfolio? Do you think that the last time we spoke, you told us that it's around 5 to 6% for you?
Yeah.
And now that the EQG is just around the corner, what is your expectation in the EV growth?
So the EQG is already sold out for whatever 80 odd cars that we had got for India. But I would say that for, in general, electric cars, I think month on month we can see more and more inquiries now. That's a big step, you know, from the past. 6% is, I think, we lead the market when it comes to electrification in the luxury space. But still a lot needs to happen. And this will happen when more players come in. I am still waiting not just for luxury car market, but for the entire mass market, premium, more options. You know, today 8 to 10% of the retail network speaks about an electric car. Tomorrow, when more players come in, all the sales guys are getting more convinced about electrification, then I think there will be a tipping point. But as I said, we have all the options. We have combustion engines, we have hybrids, we have also electric, and we wait for the customer and the market to decide.
Thank you so much, Santosh.
Thanks for joining.
And
I hope you get a chance to drive the car. This is a different beast.
I would
You
love
should
to.
check it out.
I would love to, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.